Hello Leo, welcome to Dove and Serpent Tarot. My name is Paul. If Leo is your sun, moon, or rising sign, this is your reading. Please leave a comment, hit the like button. Consider subscribing to the channel, especially if this reading resonates with you. And if there is anything you would like me to pray over or meditate upon or send positive energy toward, please let me know. This is going to be a general reading. So try to be open and receptive to whatever may come through during our time together. I am merely the messenger. And I ask you to connect directly with each of these cards and use your own intuition to take you beyond the details that I might provide. And remember, Leo, that the most important part of any tarot reading is you. And we start with a Four of Cups. To me, the Four of Cups is kind of indicating that there's this feeling of what do we deserve, right? Of getting what we feel is meant for us, right? And so with a Four of Cups, I feel, are you allowing yourself to receive, right? Are you allowing yourself to receive something? Well, let's see what's going on here. We've got some court cards. We've got that devil energy. Got that death energy. Some aces. Look at that. We've got aces. 3 aces. That's pretty good. Yeah, interesting. We've got that Ace of Pentacles at the end. I like that. Let's select the mystery card, bonus card, confirmation card. Now, you'll have to excuse my voice. I woke up this morning with a bit of a sore throat. I think we are coming down with something in this house. So we're just going to do our best here. We got one card, Mr. Ed, right on top. I'm not going to look at that till the very end. Hopefully, it will tie everything together and give us the confirmation that we need at the end of the reading. Okay. But we are doing something different. If you get a feeling of what that card is, I want you to put your prediction in the comment section. It's a group exercise, right? Trying to collectively tap into our intuition, all right? First, let's look around the room. We've got 2 major arcana cards. And these are really, really motivating cards. It's almost like, and immediately I think of Castaneda, the idea that death is always a couple of feet behind you, and that motivates you to make every day your best day, right? And I think that this is a way for us to get out of this kind of Four of Cups thing, which is like, the Four of Cups is almost like, we're not really sad or depressed, but we're not really happy either. It's kind of a boat that is just anchored in place, not really going anywhere, not really doing much, not feeling much, you know? I think that's changing. And I think it's changing because we're making the conscious decision to change it, right? But we're receiving these opportunities. We've got these 3 aces. Now, the 3 aces, this is the real jackpot to me. Because we have the big idea, we have the big motivation, right? We get the big revelation of that inspiration, and then we put boots on the ground, we put, rubber on the road, we dig that first hole, we take that first step, we break ground. So this really is the process. This is the necessary beginning. The only thing that we might be missing is some water energy, but we have the water energy, right? We don't have an ace. Well, we don't need more water energy, but to have some very clear thinking, to have this clear inspiration, this kind of big idea, this big motivation, and then to start taking positive steps. I think this is like the Ace of Pentacles here. I feel like this is, when you start a business and you earn your first dollar, you kind of frame it, put it on the wall. Well, this is that, right? This is that first dollar that you see. And I think really what I'm kind of feeling is that this reading might be for the present, but I feel like it really is predicting the future. I feel like in the future you'll be watching this and thinking, yeah, that's my dollar on the wall. Now you're a millionaire, and this is your first dollar. You know, you're going to eventually think back to this day where you had that great idea. You felt that big surge of motivation and you started this thing, and this was the kind of first step that you took. You know, the first video that you ever made, the first product that you ever sold, the first customer in the door, you know. So I think that this is awesome. This is the beginning of the creative will, the beginning of the great idea, that great thought, the clarity of your plan, and then there's the beginning of the process itself, the beginning of the physical work, the mechanical work, right? And you're somebody who, well, we got the builder here. So you're somebody who, when you have a plan, especially when you have 3 aces, it's very easy for you to commit to something and see it all the way through until the end. You don't give up. You don't quit. Right? If you believe in something, which is this one, if you believe in something, then you're fixed in that mode. This is the fixed earth energy, air of earth. When you have that commitment, when you have that certainty, and you feel like this is something I believe in, you're not going to give up. Right? And that's how you roll. I think that it would take an awful lot to push you off of this path once you're on it. Okay. And you know, how do we get to that truth, that belief? How do we feel? How do we know that this is something worth committing to? Well, we've got this 2 of Swords up here. This is at the top of the path of the dove. You know yourself. You trust in your intuition, right? The 2 of Swords, yes, it's about making a decision, but it's not about weighing the pros and cons. It's not a decision that we make rationally. It's not a decision that, you know, we have to kind of, you know, argue for, advocate for, or, you know, do the pros and cons list. It's something that comes to us more intuitively. It's something that we use this, it has a strong lunar connection here. It's something we feel. It's something we perceive on a deeper level. And I think that deeper level really is born out of the harmonizing of our thinking and feeling, right? Our beliefs and values, having that unification, I think, is what fosters our intuition. Okay, and that's not only depicted in the 2 of Swords, but also in this Queen of Swords, right? Queen, Swords, it's water and air. So this is really us kind of rising above all of the day-to-day details of things, the day-to-day feelings and everything else, and really getting an understanding of what I believe in, what are my values, what are my feelings, what do I want, right? Beliefs and values unified. And I think you've done that work. I think you know yourself. I think you know what you want and why you want it. Okay. So now when this opportunity comes, when this motivation, where's the motivation? Here's that inspiration. Here's that Ace of Wands. And this, I think it's a conscious decision where you kind of just get up and you start doing this. Whatever it is, it could be something that has been kind of brewing for a while, something maybe you've always wanted to do, you've always thought, well, maybe someday, right? Maybe someday. And I think really what's going on is this 4 of Cups, you're finally saying, you know what, it's like just one day you wake up and you say, enough is enough. You're putting your foot down and you are beginning this thing, you know. And it might actually be in some form because of this death energy. This is in the environment. And I wonder if, and I hope this isn't true, but I feel like you've recently lost someone or something that was very meaningful to you. It's not there anymore. And I think that fact is really what has awakened your creativity. And you basically put your foot down. You said, I'm not wasting another second. I'm going after my goals here. Right? It's kind of taking a loss or a tragedy or something painful, right? I'm getting kind of a heaviness in the chest there. And using it as inspiration, as motivation, right? Because I think this allows us to realize, forces us to realize that time is short. We better get a move on. Yeah. So I think it is that kind of a conscious decision where we're just, enough is enough, you know. And it really could be, you know, one thing kind of fed into the other. Maybe the Four of Cups is this lack of enthusiasm because we were in this situation, whatever this was. And at first it did kind of make us really not interested in anything. But now that's starting to change. Now we're starting to feel like, all right, you know, I've been in those feelings. Now it's time to push forward. We've got 3 aces. This is the best time for a new beginning for you. This is a guarantee that if you get up and you make this decision now, you put your foot down, you say enough is enough, and you start working on this thing, it's going to be wildly successful. I would bet the mystery card here is going to be something to show that success, right? Maybe a 10 of Pentacles, something like that. But I think you allowed yourself enough time to really process everything, right? We've got a 4 of Wands here. And it's kind of like, okay, you've felt these feelings. You've experienced this thing. You've tied up the loose ends. You did what you had to do. Now it's time to move on. It's time to move forward. Motivated, excited, right? Inspired. Well, let's look at that mystery card. Let's do it. Let's see what this is. Thank you, Mr. Ed. Of course, I am thinking some kind of earth energy. But this might be some cups. This might be some water, though, too. Okay, because we started with the 4. Maybe we need to see some kind of evolution of that. Right? If you have a prediction, put it in the comments section. We'll go ahead and reveal this card now. It's another 4. It's another 4 of Wands, right? It's the same card here. So this might be the kind of, this might be what we're in need of. This might be the moment where we have to realize that you can't get stuck in this mode, that this is a process, this is a cycle. Maybe we're grieving something or someone, right? God forbid. There has to be a completion of this. Right? We have to get out of this mode and continue on. Okay? So I wonder if maybe that's kind of where we are. So we have a 4 with the 4 of Cups too. Kind of saying, look, we're stuck. And it's interesting that now we have 3 4s. We have kind of 1 to go with each ace, right? Even though they're different suits or whatever, it doesn't matter. A 4 to an ace, a 4 to an ace, a 4 to an ace. And this is saying enough is enough. We've done it. We did our duty. We were in that cycle. We were in that phase. And now it's time to move on. It's time to wrap it up. You've got this great opportunity in front of you. This Ace of Pentacles at the end, this is the seed of that jackpot, right? This is the seed of all of the great success that you know you're capable of, that you know is out there waiting for you, right? We've just got to wrap up this mode that we're in, okay? Now we're going to do an extended reading too. If you want to stick around, click on the link up in the corner there. That'll give you access to every extended reading, not just for Leo, but for every sign, okay? New readings for Leo every Tuesday and Saturday. I want you to know that you're the most important part of Dove and Serpent Tarot. I thank you and I love you. And I hope you'll come back and see me again. very, very soon.